Hey everyone, welcome back to Codes of An channel. So in this video, we are going to learn completely about CRUD operations. Okay, like what is CRUD, how to perform in JavaScript. Okay, we are going to learn about this. And this video will be in two languages, Telugu and English, so that everyone can able to understand. Okay, those who are new to this channel, please do subscribe this channel for more interesting videos about JavaScript and React Native. And right now we are close to 500 subscribers, so please do it. And yeah, that's it. Without wasting time, let's start the video. Touchdown, Mumbai, baby. New place. So this was the term, right? CRUD. What does exactly these words stand for? Let's look into this. Okay, C stands for create, R stands for retrieve, U stands for update, D stands for delete. Like now you have that, like what create, retrieve, update, delete means exactly do. Okay, we'll discuss taking an example. Okay, we'll understand these words literally what they do. You taking an example. Okay, let's say I have an array. We guys all know this, right? What exactly array means? In array we'll simply store some data. Okay, you can say like collection of data. Okay, nothing but you got an idea, right? What exactly array means? In array we are going to store some data. That data could be anything. It could be some numbers, words, text, could be anything. Okay, till here you got an idea, right? So in fact I'm gonna remove this, not this. Let's say, so we have a phone here. For better understanding what I'm going to do, from user, and don't worry, I'm gonna reduce some size of this text to 16, I guess. Yep, it's fine. Okay, so in first box what I'm going to do, I'm gonna take some data from the user. Nothing but consider it's like an mobile, my app. In my app, what I'm going to do here, showing data, that's it. So now, okay, if you have doubt, it's like a bit complicated, don't worry, I'll explain you very clearly. Okay, and I'll explain in Telugu as well. Okay, don't worry about that. Just till here, okay, forgot these all words. Okay, this CRUD, create, retrieve, update, delete, CRUD operation, this everything. Okay, just look into this example only. Okay, so let's say I have an app. In that app I have two boxes. Okay, in first box what I'm doing, I'm taking some details from the user. Let's say I created a text input, and inside the text input I'm just taking name of that user, particular user. Let's say I entered Ayan, my name, in the text first box. Okay, what I'm going to perform that operation means I'm simply whatever the user typed that name, storing it in array. Like what we are doing here means we are creating some data. Okay, let me write over upper so that creating, or you can say like storing. Okay, nothing but what we are doing, we are simply creating some data and we are simply storing it in an array. That's what create functionality do. That's it, simple. What we are doing, simply nothing but we are simply creating some data and we are just simply storing it in an array. It could be anything, array, database, Firebase. There are a lot of databases, right? MongoDB, MySQL, these things and all. In every database, this is what we have to perform operations, CRUD operations. Everyone say like CRUD operations. If you're looking for a developer, if you're looking for developer role, so you must have to know aware of these things. Like you have to perform these things like CRUD operations. Okay, so nothing but what we're doing here, simply we created a text input. Inside a text input, I simply asked my user to enter your name. Okay, he entered successfully and he simply clicked on some button. What I'm going to do, okay, right now you can ignore about the functionality. Okay, one thing we just want to note down is like we are simply creating some data and we are storing it in something in array. Right now in our example, we are simply storing that data in the array. That's it. That's what create do. That's it, done. One term completed. In fact, I'll write like this. Okay, create was done. Perfect. Okay, let me remove this first, and yeah, create was done. Okay, now retrieve. What does retrieve means? Okay, retrieve means simple. Okay, let me wait. Whatever the data we are storing in the array or in database, we are simply retrieve that data. Nothing but we are simply take that data and we are simply show that data in the app or anything it may be based on the user requirement, like developers like app requirements. Let's say I need to show that data in the some document, some PDF, something. It could anything. Okay. Here my requirement is like whatever the users we have, I need to show those users the data. Like let's say right now we are taking name only, right? That name in the mobile app in a list way. We have already have knowledge about flat list, right? If you are not aware of what is flat list, it's like a React Native. In React Native, we use flat list to show same data, similar type of data in the same style. That's it. Nothing but here simply I'm showing the data. Where this data I'm getting from means here in our example we are getting our data from the array. That's it. Retrieve means that's it. Retrieve means reading get the data and show it in something. Wherever you need to show that data in your app or console, you need to do something. We are getting our data. That's it. Retrieve means okay. Successfully we got an idea about retrieve as well. Right? Perfect. Retrieve also done. What update means? By that word also defining, right? Update means, let's say I have entered by mistakenly accidentally I entered ions. Okay, and simply I just clicked on submit button. It's simply stored into an array. Okay, what was the functionality? We are simply storing that in array only, right? In our example, accidentally as typed mistakenly. Okay, so I need to correct it my name. How can we correct it? Means using update functionality. Like I don't want to create one more user with my name. Like instead of I need to correct this data. Ions, instead of ion, I need to enter ion. That's it, my name correctly. So for this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply create a one more text option called here one button. Let's say here I'm showing some data here, and here I created a button. Assume that this circle is a button, and if I click on that button, I'm going to create a one more screen, and I'm going to show that data there. Like I'm going to simply create a functionality like where I can able to update that data. That's it. Update means nothing but we are going to update our data, our own data, existing data. Nothing but we already have our data in the array. We created successfully and we retrieved successfully. I want to update my data. How can I do that? Using update thing. Okay, that's it. Delete means by term that refers delete only. Like I don't want my data into an array or in any database. I want to delete my data. Means what we are going to do? We are going to simply perform a delete functionality. That's it. These terms, right? I hope you got an idea. Now let me explain in Telugu. Those who are a bit having confusion. So, చూడండి, CRUD means CRUD లోపల మనం 4 ఆపరేషన్స్ అనేవి పర్ఫామ్ చేస్తాం. నథింగ్ బట్ మనం ఒక డేటాని క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాం, దాన్ని రిట్రీవ్ చేస్తున్నాం, నథింగ్ బట్ చూపిస్తున్నాం ఆ డేటాని యాప్ లోపల అవ్వచ్చు, అది ఎక్కడన్నా అవ్వచ్చు. దట్స్ ఇట్. అండ్ అప్డేట్ మీన్స్ నా డేటా అనేది ఆల్రెడీ క్రియేట్ చేసేసుకున్నా, బట్ నేను దాన్ని అప్డేట్ చేయాలి. సో అప్డేట్ నథింగ్ బట్ సమ్ మిస్టేక్స్, ఏదైనా డేటా చేంజ్ చేయాలి, రైట్? ఆ డేటా చేంజ్ చేయాలి అన్నప్పుడు వి యూజ్ అప్డేట్ థింగ్. ఓకే. అండ్ డిలీట్, ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఆ డేటా అనేది నాకు డేటాబేస్లో వద్దు అంటే, లైక్ నాకు నా డేటా అవసరం లేదు అన్నప్పుడు డిలీట్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ అనేది యూజ్ చేస్తాం. సో దట్స్ ఇట్. డిలీట్ మీన్స్ మీకు అర్థమైంది కదా? ఐ హోప్ యూ గాట్ అన్ ఐడియా, రైట్? పర్ఫెక్ట్. ఓకే, ఐ గెస్ వీ గాట్ సమ్ ఎనఫ్ నాలెడ్జ్ as in theoretically. So now what I'm going to do, let's create an sample app, like let's perform practically as well, like how exactly things work. Okay, using this example only. So instead of connecting database like a Firebase or MongoDB, this will take more and more time. So instead of doing this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take an array. Inside our array, I'm going to take like a let's create a to-do app. Nothing but what are the things I need to perform, do tasks. I'm gonna simply create that data using text input. I'm going to store that data in the array. I'm going to show that data to the user, and I'm going to perform update delete. That's it. Okay. If you see right now, I haven't done anything. I just simply created an expo project. That's it. See, this was the starting template. Now quickly open the terminal and let's run the emulator first. npx. I'm using expo project. That's why my command was npx expo start. If you are using React Native CLI, simply enter npm start. That's it. To launch the emulator, it will take some time, and this text you are seeing from app.js. See, open app.js to start working on your app something. Even let me reopen, remove this and to check emulator exactly working fine or not by changing the text, so that it will replicate that what are the changes I did from the emulator. You can able to see this, right? Perfect. Means our emulator working fine successfully. So now what I'm going to do, let's create a to-do app with basic UI. There is no complicated UI designs and all. Right now we are going to focus more on functionality only, like how to get data from the user and how to store it in array, and how to update that data and how to delete that data. That's it. So let me remove all this code and RNFE. I'm using snippet here. So what I'm going to do, in fact, I'm gonna create a folder called screens / inside screens. What I'm going to do, I'm gonna simply call home.js. Nothing but I created a folder called screens, and inside our folder I just simply created a home.js. That's it. Okay. And RNFE name same, I'm using snippet. And let's call this home screen here. In app.js, nothing but home. And make sure we have to import this, right? Perfect. See, right now you're able to see home screen as well, right? Perfect. Okay, let's close this and app.js as well. So now what I'm going to do, let's create the UI first, some basic UI. I'm going to show to-dos here. Let's pass some styling as well. Style, font weight of 300 and font size will be somewhere, let's say 30. I guess 30 will be fine. Okay, 30 was bit high. 25, I guess 28 or 27 maybe. Okay, 27 was fine. And one more thing, let's pass some padding as well. Before that, let's pass some style. In home screen, nothing but what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply show the data here. Like whatever the data user create to-dos, I'm going to show the to-dos list here. And if to-dos were empty, I'm going to simply create a button below here. Okay, wait, I'll show you here. You will get some better idea. Let's say this was my mobile screen here. Inside mobile screen, here I'm going to show the text, add your text something, just to refer that only, and from here to here I'm going to show what are the to-dos user added. Nothing but the list he want to perform things, add what are the added to-dos here. I'm going to show the to-dos here. And if I want to add anything add to-dos, I'm going to simply let me take this, and I'm going to simply create a button here saying add to-dos here. If I click on this, I'll navigate this user to other screen, and I'll take the user data from here. I'll perform the actions. I hope you got an idea, right? In home screen, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply show the retrieve data. That's it. Retrieve data in home screen. That's it. I'm going to do. Flex of 1 and padding horizontal, nothing but I'm simply passing some padding horizontal from left to right. That's it. Okay, let me reload this again. What happened? Padding horizontal, let me remove it. Okay, let me close this app and reopen again. Expo. Okay, not this one. Let me open from here. And one more thing in app.js, what I'm going to do, in fact, style flex of 1 so that it will take full space and it will show nothing but that's it. Okay, right now we are able to see our to-dos over here, right? And our text overlaid on the status bar, right? So let's correct it now. So margin top will be status bar dot current height. Okay, there is no changes. Okay, let me status bar from React Native status bar dot current height. See, right now my text in safe position, right? You can use safe area as well, but I need some more space from the top. That's why I simply pass status bar current height. That's it. Okay, perfect. So yeah, let's pass some padding as well from like a padding horizontal, not and padding horizontal of 20. Nothing but left and right padding. That's it. I guess this much of padding was enough for us. Okay, successfully we have added our text. So now what next means I'm gonna take a view. In fact, retrieve data, nothing but just for your reference only. Like let me comment this. Let me copy this, and in fact I'm going to replicate. Okay, here what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a view over here, and one more thing, I'm going to pass some gap between these two elements. We all know gap, what functional exactly do. It simply gives some space between the components below. That's it. Why I took a view means I'll tell you. Style. We have to show button also, right? In bottom, we don't want our whole flat list will occupy the whole space. We don't want that, right? That's why I simply take a view over here. Inside our view, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply take a flat list. That's it. And let's pass some style of, like, let's say flex of 0.9. We can adjust it as well. Before that, let me check a background color of red. Right now, this much of space it occupied, flex 0.9, and over the bottom you are able to see the red, right? Below we can simply add a button as well, like add to do button. That's it. If you want, you can reduce to 0.8 if you want. For me 0.9 will be fine. Okay, this much of space we are going to do, like we are going to show our data in red color box space only. That's it. Okay, and right now we don't have any data, right? So that's why I'm not going to do anything right now. Let me create a touchable button, nothing but touchable opacity, And let's import from React Native. Yeah, I have successfully imported as well. And inside touchable opacity, I'm going to show a text, add to-dos, nothing but a text. Right now you can able to see text as well here, right? See, perfect. In fact, let me close this. I'm just simply creating some basic UI, that's it. Okay, background color of black. Let's put this whole app in black color only. I guess it will be fine. And height of, let's say, 50 or 55. In fact, let's increase some size as well. 95, I guess, 0.95. Okay, this much of button height will be fine. And let's pass to 59 button size, nothing but 60. Yes. Okay, this will be fine. Okay, now what I'm going to do, let's pass styling to this. Right now our text is in black color, right? So that's why you're not able to see the text. See, right now my text, it's in, but I need my text exactly at center position. How can we do it? Means simple. Justify content will be center and align items will be center. See, right now our text exactly, and that too it's a button only, and I don't want this much of flash. So how can we reduce? Means active, there is a property called active opacity. We can simply pass 0.8 over there, 0.7, it's up to you. But I need little, see, right now it's fine, right? Perfect. Now let's pass some styling to text as well. Font weight of 300 and font size of, let's say, 17. I guess, yeah, it's fine. If you want, you can increase to 400. I guess this was fine. 400. Okay. Now quickly we have to do is simply open browser over here and search for React navigation. By React navigation means we have to navigate this user to other screen, right, to create some data. Now simply click on redux and simply install this package. This line npm install. Those who are using Expo or React Native CLI, both are same line only. Okay, there's no difference. Open one more terminal here and paste it and hit enter. To those who are having doubt like why we use exactly React navigation, means in React Native if you want to navigate from one screen to other screen, you have to use React navigation, otherwise you cannot navigate to other screen, right? Perfect. So those who are using Expo, same like me project, you have to simply install these two lines. Those who are using React Native CLI, you have to install this line. That's it. Okay, I'm using Expo, right? That's why I'm simply copying this line. Those who are using React Native, means you have to install this line, not this one. This is for Expo and this is for React Native. Okay, so simply copy this line and paste it and hit enter. And yeah, that's it. Simply click on hello React navigation. If you can click from here as well, hello React navigation, and simply copy this. This will be same for both users, like React Native Expo CLI. Install this, and I'm going to simply copy this boiler code. I don't want to write, so that we can save our time. Simply copy these two lines, navigation container and create native stack navigator. That's it. Simply copy these two lines and go to app.js here and simply paste below over here like this, and simply copy this const stack, this single line, and paste it here. And same way simply copy from return from here, navigation container to closing tag navigation container. That's it. And instead of this whole return, let's replace this with this, right? Okay, what I did, nothing but I just simply copied that and I just simply replaced it with navigation container. That's it. Okay, now yeah, that's it. Now let's quickly do changes over here. Right now you will get errors, these things and all. Okay, now instead of home screen, we have to pass our home component, right? This was the screen we created, right? By name called home. That's it. Okay, successfully we called home. If you see, there is a header coming, right? We don't want header also. So how can we remove this? In screen there is a property called screen operations in stack navigator, and inside that header shown, there is a property called header shown. Simply pass false. That's it. Then you won't get any header here. Fine. And what else? There is a one more property called initial route name will be home. I need to pass whenever I render the app, I need to open home screen only. That's it. Now yeah, that's it. Done everything. Now quickly close this. Now if I on this click, I need to navigate this user to other screen. So to do that, simply create a screen called add to do. I'm naming it as add to do. You can name it anything. RNFE snippet I'm using over here. And same way, simply call that screen component here as well. Nap.js, nothing but add to do, and call this component here add to do. That's it. I guess done. Now on this click, I need to navigate this from this screen to add to do screen. How can we do that? Means there is a const, let's initiate this first. Const nav is equal to use navigation. Make sure you have to import from React navigation, right? Perfect. Now in touchable opacity on press, there is a functionality. Let me create this nav dot navigate add to do. Okay, there is some error. What was that? Nav dot navigate add to do. That's it. And simply go to app.js to check if the spelling exactly right or not. Add to do. This was my spelling, right? Make sure the spelling has to be same, or else you won't navigate to that particular screen. That's it. Okay. Now let's check is it exactly working or not. If I click on the add to do, see right now I'm able to successfully navigating to add to do screen, right? Perfect. So first thing what I'm going to do here means go to app.js here. Like every time I need to check the UI, I need to click on that button. I don't want that. Till the UI building, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply call initial route name. In initial route name, I'm going to simply call that screen over here. Same way, let me open the node here and let's reload this app. See, I can directly navigate it to add to do screen only, right? Perfect. Okay, now let's build the UI quickly. Okay, let me close this home screen. We don't want right now. This was my add to do screen, right? Now simply pass some styling over here, and one more thing. Right now my text exactly in top, right? To correct it, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna simply, safe area view. We can use safe area view. Now let me safe area view as well, so that our text exactly right now in safe area position, right? Perfect. Now simply pass flex of 1 and and same way pass some padding horizontal of 20, and simply go to home screen over here, and we simply created a text, right? We simply pass styling, nothing but I'm going to simply copy this text over here and pasting here. And yeah, let's change the text as well. Add your to-dos now. Let me close this. Okay, now let me take a view here. and same way let's pass some styling flex of 0.5 and background color of red for visibility purpose, nothing but. See, right now this was the space it occupied, right? Now let me quickly pass a gap of 20. Right now you're able to see gap as well, right? Perfect. Now let's increase some space here to 0.5 to 0.7. Okay, I guess this much of space was fine for me. Now here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply copy this whole text same way and paste it here, and instead of this add to this, what I'm going to do, enter task. Nothing but I just simply kept the I just simply passed the name, that's it. And instead of 27, I'm going to reduce it to 20. I guess 20 was fine. Now I need this text, and yeah, before that let me simply take a text input. So I need to get some data, right? Let's import from React Native, and there's a proper parameter called placeholder, like enter your to do, in fact to do here. And what I'm going to do, let's pass styling quickly. Style of like a, padding of 10. Let's pass some border width of 2, nothing but a thickness. So right now you're able to see the border, right? Now what else? Border color, I'm going to pass quickly a gray color, E3, nothing but a gray color. And let's remove this background. Okay, before that, this was my view, right? In this view only, we simply I need exactly justify content center, so that it will exactly will be center position only. And one more thing, I need some gap between these two, like a 10% of gap. Right now you're able to see the gap as well, right? Perfect. And one more thing, right now I need a button as well to push that data into array. So we have already created a button right over here. So simply copy this button from home screen and paste it here, and let's import the touchable opacity here. Touchable opacity, and same way const const nav equals use navigation and instead of this add to do's, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna simply submit. Okay, let me to do. Let's check how exactly it's looking. In fact, we can pass gap of 15 as well. It's up to you. You will get some space. And one more thing, I need some more space from the top, from the button. So what I'm going to do, a margin top from status for dot current height. Oh, we don't want this much of space. I can simply pass 10. I guess this will be fine. And instead of this 60, okay, that's it. Now let me quickly remove the background color of red. It's I guess almost UI thing was done, right? So let me remove the background color, and instead of this was a bit too light, right? Instead of this text input, what I'm going to do, where the text input, yeah, over here. Instead of this, I'm gonna pass a gray color. Okay, this will be fine. And border width, instead of 2, I'm gonna pass 1. Now here I can able to type over here anything, right? Perfect. And one more thing, just for UI thing, like if you see right now our cursor exactly at green color, right? We can change that cursor color as well. How can we do that? Means there is a selection color. Okay, inside of selection color I need my cursor in black color. Let me format this and let's check, is it exactly changing right now? See, we can able to change our cursor color as well, right? Perfect. Let me format this and yeah. Now we all know to get the data we need to pass two parameters to text input, right? To do that, what I'm going to do, there is a hook called useState. We are going to use that hook. Make sure we need to import from React, not from React Native. Okay. Const hook. I'll name it as input data. And inside input data, what I'm going to do, work. I'll name it as work only. And by default I'll name it as empty. To get the data from the from this text, we need to text input, we need to pass two parameters. We all know this. There is a property called value, and inside value we need to pass input data over here. And on change text, there is a listener, nothing but on change text value, nothing but whatever the user type will get that value from there. And set input data. Inside that data, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply get that data. In fact, instead of this much also we don't want, I can directly put empty. I guess this will be fine. Input data, it will be fine. And inside input data, what I'm going to simply pass the value here. Okay, that's it. Now let's check exactly we are getting like we are able to read the user data or not. Let me console.log input data. Okay, now if I type over here Ayan, see right now you are able to see the text, right? That means we are successfully getting the data from the text input. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do here means I'm going to create a context hook, nothing but why means so that we can access our array. So nothing but what was the functionality. And one more thing I need to do, like before that I'm going to create a hook constant context API hook context API. What does context API exactly do means, like I'm going to store my array in that context API, like whenever I need to access that array, like that store, I can simply access that. That's it. So quickly create a folder over here, context. I'll name it as context API only. I'll name it as wrapper.js. You can name it anything. Now quickly import IMR, nothing but import React. Now const, I'll name it as store equals create context, and make sure we need to import that. And now quickly create a function by naming it as wrapper only, nothing but an arrow function over here, and return. Inside the return, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply call, let me name it as a, what do we call, uppercase, so that it will be easy. That's it. And there's a property called providers. Let me check, store.provider. Yes, store.provider. And same way, inside this we need to wrap our children, right? So that we can able to, where children can able to access the data, right? Children. And I need to call these children over here, so that children, and make sure we need to export this const wrapper and this as well, export. And let me quickly take a use state here, sorry, yes, use state. Let me import and let use state. What do we call? Let's name it as to do only. Set to do, to do's, and by default it will be an empty array, we all know this. And let's pass those to do's like that array to this value, to do comma set to do. That's it. Now let's wrap this whole successfully we are exporting these two things. Now simply go to app.js over here and simply call wrapper. Why wrapper means this was our functionality, right? We are wrapping our whole children in store provider, right? That's why I simply called wrapper here. That's it. Simply go to app.js here and simply cut the whole navigation container and simply paste it over here. That's it. Yeah, context API done. Now we can access our store from any screen, like any component. That much easy that is. That's it. Right? Perfect. So now come to add today over here and const, you can name it anything, to do list. I'm name it as to do list, and let's access that store. How can we access means there is a hook called use context from React. Make sure we need to import that and simply pass that store. This was my store, right? Create context we are creating. Simply pass that store over here. That's it. And make sure we need to import that. And now cl to do list. In fact, to do, let me to do, and okay, I'll keep it as this only, like a capital only, just for reference. Okay, successfully we created a use state here and state.provider over here and children. Fine, everything was fine. Let's check exactly we are getting our data or not. Instead of this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass my name over here. Okay, right now we can successfully see our to do. Inside our to do we are getting data. That means we successfully configured create context APIs perfectly, right? So done. Now simply go to add to do. Inside our add to do, like simply go to button. This was my on press, right? Inside our button, what I'm going to do, let's check if this text input was empty, we don't it won't like what do we call, if this text input is empty, that means we no use, right? By sending data to array, like what you can store empty data. Storing empty data, that means nothing, right? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to simply write a logic over here, like see what was my text input here. Input data means yeah, if input data, that could be in fact I'm going to remove this. If input data, that could be anything. It may not be null, it could be anything, like some 2 letters something, and it could be anything. Okay, if input data exists, that means something, it has the value. Then what I'm going to do, okay, sorry, I did a mistake here. I need to call these two things here. That's why we getting error. So in wrapper app.js, we are passing how many values here? We are passing 2 values, right? So that's why we are getting that issue bound patches. So that's why we are getting this 2, right? So we need to access these two things. So simply go to app.js here and simply let's do destructuring to do comma set set to do. That's it. Now if I call to do, see, now I'm getting perfectly empty array, right? If you see, empty array, nothing but we did destructuring. That's it. So these are the two names, right? Set to do and set to do. I just simply did destructuring so that I can access directly. Right now our to do was empty array, right? Perfect. So now what I'm going to do means simply go to here logic. In logic, if input data exists inside our set to do, I'm going to keep that existing data. I don't want to change anything over here, and I'm going to simply pass input data. That's it. Now let's check, is it exactly working or not? Right now we are doing consoling.log as well, right? Console.log to do, right? Perfect. Now if I click on, right now our array is empty. Even you can able to see here as well. Right now our array is empty, right? Now if I enter, I need to do my assignment. Okay, if I click on add submit to do, see this stored in nothing but we are simply created a data and we simply stored that in array, simply passing that data into array. That's it. Creating functionality was done. This much. And what I have to do here means I need to, if I click on submit to do means I need to empty this text input again so that I can able to re-enter. How can we do that? Simple. In set input data, simply pass empty. Right now, this was the data we have in array, right? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this and let's say I have to watch a movie. That's it. Submit to do. See, right now successful how many to dos we have in array? Nothing but how many data we created? We created two data. One task was my I need to do my assignment and I have to watch a movie, and we are simply emptying this array as well. Okay, perfect. Now if I click on that submit to do, what I need to do, I need to perform there's one more thing, keyboard dot dismiss. If I click on, not this, it's a function basically. What does this mean? Keyboard dot dismiss, nothing but if I click on that button means I'm simply dismissing this keyboard. That's it. Apart from that, nothing else. Right now how many to dos we have? We have two to dos and I can add many more. I can add I need to subscribe codes of and if I click on submit to do, see my keyboard also dismissed and I have successfully added my to do to in array list as well. Okay, done. That's it. Creating in CRUD operation. Now creating also done. So what next? I need to navigate this user from once he click on submit to do, I need to navigate this user. And one more thing, else I'm going to show alert. That means just to please fill the to do. That's it. Now if user clicks on, if it is empty and if I click on this, please fill the to do, nothing but I'm stopping this user here. He has to enter something, then only he can able to add to do, right? Perfect. Now I need to navigate this user to back, I need to nav dot, there is a property called go back. Once I add my to do, I need to navigate this user to directly to back screen, nothing but a home screen we created, right? Now simply go to app.js over here and instead of add to do, I'm going to simply call my initial route name as home and let me reload this. Right now we are not showing any data, right? Okay, now add to do here If you see right now, my array list is empty, and let me add to do here. I need to do squats 3 to 15 reps. Okay, if I click on submit to do, see I'm successfully navigating. Right now it's not doing console.log. Why? Means we are not console, like we are not printing anything in home screen, right? Let's do, is it exactly printed or not? How can we do that? Means simply go to app.todo here and simply copy this, simply copy this and go to home and simply app.js close and paste it over here and import this store, and we need to import use context as well, right? Okay, it's not implemented. Let's import it manually. Use context. Okay, store also we need to import. Why it's not importing? Okay, let's check what was the exactly. Okay, now what happened to this? Okay, let me go to add to do here and simply copy this import line and paste it over here. That's it. Now let's format this. Let's reload this and let's check exactly we are getting our data or not. Add to do over here. Right now it's empty, and if I click on this gym, I'm simply keeping it as gym only, and if I click on submit to do, okay, I forgot to do console, right? Console.todo. See, I'm doing console.log to do here. Right now I'm getting console in gym in my to do in array, nothing but. I can add many more. I can add, if I click on this, and I can use music over here, and if I click on submit to do, see music gym. These are my two to dos right now. And if I click on here, same way I can add notebook and submit to do. See, gym, music, notebook, submit. These are my to dos over here. Successfully we created our data. Now we need to perform retrieve data functionality. Nothing but whatever the data we have, I need to show that data over here. How can we do that? Simple. So quickly, let's take a flat list over here. And this was the retrieve data, right? View, nothing but we created over here. And now let me take a flat list over here and close this, and data. Okay, I'm facing some t accidentally it's added, so that's why I'm facing that. Now simply go to here and we need to pass two parameters, right? Inside data we need to pass to do. This was my array, right? Nothing but to do, and here render item. It will take a function, and inside of function item comma index, we need index as well. And let me take a brackets over here, and let me quickly take a instead of view, I'm gonna say touchable opacity, and inside touchable opacity I'm gonna take a text, and I'll simply pass item over here. Okay, right now it's not showing. What's happening to this flat list? Sometimes this flat list won't work. I don't know, some issues. So if you also facing the same issue like importing issues and all, simply all you have to do is like close your emulator and reopen again. Nothing but reopen again. That's it. Like same way, like close the VS Code and emulator and reopen again, it will get fixed. Okay, let me do it quickly and I'll meet you again. Yeah, right now I simply did like just simply close VS and emulator and reopened again. I guess now let's check that. Okay, now it's working fine. Flat list, like importing issues gone, right? Perfect. Now let's check, is it exactly showing the data or not? Atom comma index and touchable opacity, we are simply showing the data over here. And one more thing, what I'm going to do, in fact, style equals background color of black. To do over here. And okay, now quickly add some to-dos here. First, music. Okay, right now we have one to do, nothing but a box, it's showing like this. And gym, I can see. To check the differences, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply pass some margin bottom of 10. See, right now we have two to-dos, right? Music and gym. So that's why it simply created two boxes. That's it. In fact, I can create much more, like a food, date, Friday. I'm just simply creating. See, right now we have this much of to-dos over here, right? Perfect. Now what I'm going to do, simply let's build the UI quickly. So over here there is a for padding of 10, so that we'll get some padding of 10. In fact, you can create 15. I guess 15 was fine. And one more thing, simply path style equals color of white. See, right now we can able to see the text as well, right? Perfect. So one more thing, I just want to click on like a delete functionality. I just want to show an icon over here, like this right side. Like if user clicks on this delete button, I'm going to delete this thing, or else if user clicks on this tab, I'm going to perform update functionality. Okay, now right now we performed retrieve also. Like what? Nothing but see, create successfully, with creating data, and we are successfully retrieving the data as well. That's it. Create, retrieve, these two things done successfully. Now what left? We need to perform update and we need to perform delete functionalities, right? So quickly perform the delete functionality. So to perform the delete thing, what I'm going to do, in fact, let's increase some font size to 17. I guess 15 will be fine. And in fact, instead of this, I'm gonna simply pass an height of 50 and align, sorry, not justify content to center, so that it will be at exactly center. Right now my, if we refresh, our array will simply delete, right? We all know this because we are not storing in any external database, right? So that's why. Now quickly add music over here. I guess successfully. See, right now it's in exactly center as well. And one more thing, I need to pass some padding horizontal of 10 from top and left. So now you can able to see some space over here. And inside this, I just want to add one more icon, nothing but a delete icon, you can say. So quickly add that icon. So simply open. I'm using Expo, right? So Expo icons. Go to directory and search for delete icon. Okay, let's add this icon. I guess this will be fine. Copy this and simply paste it over here, and same way copy this. In fact, let me close this and not this. See, this was my text I'm showing here, and paste it over here. Right now you cannot see because color is in black, right? Let me change it to white. Right now you can able to see this, right? Now I have to do few changes in flex direction to row. I need to show that icon in the row direction, and one more thing, justify content will be space between, so I need some space between these two, and I need these two components exactly in center position. Align items will be center. See, right now they are exactly in center position. And I know you guys are a bit irritated with this background color of red. In fact, I'm gonna remove this. See, this is how it looks. It's perfect, right? Nice. And let's increase some font icon as well, like that delete icon thing. Nothing but 27. Sorry, not 7. It's 27. Okay, this was fine. Increase some font size as well, 16 or 17. Okay, and let's some font weight to 300. Okay, let's check how exactly UI looking. Let's allow UI. I just simply created this thing. See, right now it's looking like this. I love UI, right? Okay, now all I have to do is like this was my button, right? Here there's a property called active opacity, we all know, to reduce some flashness over there. And in delete, I just want to perform some action over delete thing. How can we do that? Means in material icons there is a property called on press, and I can show you that as well. In fact, if you have doubt like a CL delete, let me format this and let me drag this down. Now if I click on this, see, delete, see, you are able to see delete, right? Because what we did, we simply kept the on press functionality to the material icon, nothing but delete icon. Now I need to perform delete action. How can we do that? Simple. Before that, let me create a handle delete function over here, and let's pass the item to this. Where we are getting item means, see, this was the item. I just simply pass it as parameter. That's it. Now what I'm going to do, now quickly call that function handle delete equals item. This was the item, right? We are sending as a parameter. And if I click on this, let me do console.log. Now you will get an idea like what type of element, like item I am passing over here. Right now we have empty to dos over here, and if I quickly add a music to do here, and I can add food. Let me add few more to dos so that you will get an idea. Array, coding. See, these are the to dos right now we have. Okay, now if I click on coding to delete, see, it's printing only coding, nothing but whatever the item I'm clicking on, I'm just simply sending that particular item. That's it. If I click on music, see my terminal over here. In fact, I'll drag this up. See, if I click on food, see, food item only I'm getting, right? Perfect. Now I'm going to, if I click on the array delete icon at array, I need to delete this item. How can we delete? Means simple. Const remove, in fact, set to do, right? This was my array, right? Set to do. In this to do, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply perform update array method to do dot filter. Inside my to do items. Okay, if you get confused, like a value, I'll say value comma item. value comma index, and this value double equals to triple equals to item, nothing but not equals to item. That means it will simply returns not equals to items. If I keep double equals to means it will simply return equal item. Let's say if I pass array, it will check that array in this to do exists or not. If it exists, it will simply return me not equals to. So except that it will simply return the remaining elements. That's it. Now let's check delete functionality is done. That's it. Just with single line. Is there any difficulty with this? Nothing, right? Now let's check is it exactly working or not. If I click on array, see right now I successfully deleted array. You can able to see from here as well. And if I delete food over here, see right now we are deleting the food. And if I click on music and if I click on coding, see right now my array is empty. And I can add multiple here, right? Music and allow. I'm just adding some random to-dos, right? That's it. Songs. See, I can create, I can retrieve data, I can delete as well. How many things till now we learned? We learned how to create data, how to retrieve data, nothing but to show data in the UI or something, and third thing, how to delete data, right? Perfect. So now what next? We left with only update, right? So what I'm going to do, like if I click on this, right now it's a button, right? If I click on this, I need to I need to navigate this from this screen to update data, like add to do, okay? And I'm going to write a simple logic over there. That's it. Now let's do that as well. So simply go to this to-dos. So nothing but this was my to-do, right? In fact, I'll show you that as well. Console.prints and NCL, and let me click. I am to do, nothing but I'm just simply printing that. See, if I click on this music, see, I am to do. You are able to see. In fact, let me drag this up. See, if I click on songs, this button was different and this delete button was different. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, perfect. Now what I'm going to do, I need to navigate this user nav.navigate to which screen? Add to do. We are already doing that. Add to do, right? Then you will ask me like, what's difference? Like okay, if I click on this, I'm successfully navigated to this. But how can you update this? I need to do update. How to do that means simple. First, pass the data, like if you see in delete item, we are simply passing the item, right? What are the clicked item, we are simply passing, right? In the same way, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna simply pass, take an object over here and I'll simply pass this item. That's it. To which screen? I'll simply pass this item to add to the screen. That's it. Now, okay, successfully we received, like okay, we successfully send the item. Now how to receive that item means there's a property called route, and now let const receive data. I'm naming it as received data. You can name it anything, it's up to you. Now route, we are sending through route only, right? Route.params.item. Why I kept item? Let me check this spelling over here. Item. See, for the first time we are getting error, right? See, right now it's empty. Okay, cannot read property item of undefined. Why? Because for the first time, like for the first time to do, we are not sending, our data is empty, literally our array is empty, right? How can we pass this? How to handle this type of error means, see, in fact, I'll show you that as well. Right now, for the first time, our array is empty, right? Till here, you got an idea. if you are navigating to add to do, and if you are accessing some data over here, it will like doubt like it's item, there is nothing item, there is no value in the item. So that's why it's simply throwing this error. So how to fix this means there is a optional chaining, simply keep it question mark. That's it. Now if I click on add to do, see right now I'm successfully navigating. What does this question mark means? I'll explain. See, this question mark defines that, okay, if the data is empty, it may be null, empty, it may be it contains value, ignore that, nothing, but it won't like we are simply assuring the Java, we are simply telling the JavaScript that this data could be may sometimes null, sometimes we'll get some data. Okay, that's it. Apart from that, nothing else. Okay. Now if I do received data console.print over here, see right now I'm getting undefined because our to do is empty and we are not sending any data. That's why undefined. If I remove the question mark, it will throw an error because undefined. What can you do with undefined? That's it. Okay, now let's add quickly some to dos over here. Music. Now if I click on this, see I'm getting music. Okay, received data. See, what was the to do I'm receiving? In fact, I'm gonna add here as well few things like gym, few to dos, nothing but. Okay, food. See right now these are my to dos, right? I can delete as well. Right now I deleted food. Okay, till here you got an idea. Now if I click on gym, see gym I am received, nothing but we are successfully sending our data to this screen, right? Perfect. Now here I need to show that data. How to do it means simple. Before that, received data, I'm simply passing it to this value only. See, now if I click on music over here, I'm successfully seeing my data here, music, right? Perfect. Now if I click on gym over here, I'm successfully able to see this. Now simply I'll keep a logic over here as well. If received data something exists means I'm going to keep received data or else nothing. In fact, I can use this. What does this logic means? If received data exists, it may, instead of undefined, it may exist something value, some value it has. Then only I'm assigning the received data to input data, or else it will simply remind me empty. Can we check? Yeah, we can check. If I click on add to do, see right now it's empty. But if I click on gym, see I'm getting it showing gym data, right? Perfect. In the same way, we are going to perform the like a on press functionality as well on the submit to do. How? I'll tell you. So instead of this submit to do, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply write a logic over here. If that received data exists, it could be any. If received data exists means I'm going to show update to do, or else I'm going to show submit to do. That's it. Okay, I need to close this. Sorry, my mistake. See, if what was my logic over here, if received data is not empty means that means our value we already have to do in our list. That's why I'm showing update to do text here. If received data is undefined or empty or null, it may be anything. That means I'm going to simply show submit to do. That's it. Can we check is that button functionality working fine or not? See, yeah, we can check. If I click on add to do over here, it's showing submit to do. But if I click on gym over here, that means our to do exists. We are receiving data, right? That's why it's simply showing update to do. In the same way, we are going to perform on press functionality as well. How to do it? Simple. Simply cut this whole thing and write a logic over here. If received data exists, that means our value, our to-do already exists. Then we are going to simply perform handle update functionality, or else we are going to perform handle submit functionality. That's it. Now what we did, simply if received data means we are getting some data. If received data is not empty, means we are simply performing update, and if data is it's empty, then we are simply performing handle submit functionality. That's it. Now quickly create these two functionalities, const handle submit, and we simply copied our data, right? Like if input data, simply I just pasted over here. That's it. We already wrote our code, right, for handle submit. That's the code I simply pasted over here. Apart from that, nothing else I did. Okay, perfect. Now simply let's perform handle submit. How to do handle submit, right? Now we can do it easily. How to do it, I'll tell you. First thing, we are getting receiving data, right? Now let's find out that index. Before that, const duplicate. I'm simply copying, I'm simply making a duplicate store. I'll say to update values. So nothing but simply took an array and dot to do. Nothing but what I did, I just simply created a duplicate array with the copy using spread operator. Okay, we all know spread operator, right? Perfect. Now I'm going to check first const find I'll say received data index. Okay, I'll name, don't get confused. Okay, I'm simply checking for whatever the data we are receiving. I'm simply checking that index, particularly that received index. How can we do that? To do dot find index. There it's a array method. Okay, and same way it will take two parameters. We all know, value comma index. Sorry, in fact I am going to say directly value. If value double equals received data. Okay, now let me check. I'm just simply checking that index of the particular item in the to-do list, and I'm simply storing that index in the received data index. That's it. Now let's check console.log exactly we are getting the received data index or not. If I click on update to do, see right now I'm getting the index. That index, particular index is 1. See, 0, music was 0 and gym was 1 only, right? And if I click on music over here and if I click on update to do, see, music index was 1 only, right? We all know array starts index from 0, right? Perfect. Here music was my index 0, right? So it's in index 0 position. That's it. Okay, successfully we are getting the index of that. Now we need to update the value. Now let's say instead of this music, I'll say I love music. I need to update this to do. Okay, before it's like music, right? Before it's like this only. Now I need I love listening. I change it to, instead of music, I simply change it to I love listening music. That's it. Okay, now I successfully storing this text input, right? We are successfully storing in input data only, right? Okay, I need to update this text in, I need to update that particular to do. How can we do that? Simply here we created a duplicate store, right? Duplicate store. Inside duplicate store, I need to pass the received data index. Nothing but I'm simply pass the index of that item. Double equals to input data. That's it. Now I'm going to simply set to do. I'll say simply duplicate store. That's it. Done. Update functionality also done. If you have any doubts, I'll explain you. First thing what we are doing, we are simply created a duplicate store, nothing but this was our array, right, to do. And I just simply created duplicate array, and I'm simply whatever the data here we are sending, and I'm just simply checking that index, simply getting that index, searching that index, nothing but. Okay, here I'm getting the index. We all know this, we can access the particular element using index in the array, right? So in duplicate store, I'm just simply checking that particular item using index, and I'm just simply updating that item using input data. Inside our input data only, right, we are storing the text, and I just simply pass that duplicate store. Okay, we are successfully updated. Now I just simply pass that array into set to do. That's it, done. Can we check is it working or not? Okay, if I click on update to do over here, see right now, before it was like music and gym, right? See right now it's like I love listening music and gym, nothing but it's simply updated. Now two things I need to perform over here. I'll simply copy this keyboard.dismiss and app.go back from handle submit, and I'll simply paste it over here and simply refresh this. I guess, yeah, update functionality also done. Now let's check all 4 operations we performed. Right now our to-dos was empty, and if I click on add to-dos over here, and let's say I'm simply naming it as, okay, instead of this I'll say codes off. Okay, right now we successfully added, and I'll say I love coding. You can make better UI. Okay, I just simply build a basic UI. Okay, just ignore. Right now we are focusing on functionality only, right? Perfect. I'll say squats 15 reps. I'm just simply naming it. Okay, you can see right now we are successfully able to creating the data, and we are successfully retrieving the data as well, and I can delete the data as well. See right now I'm successfully deleting the data as well. Now I need to, okay, let's say user added the data, but there's a spelling mistake, there's an incomplete, right? Quotes off. I need to put my channel name here. How can we do it? I can simply click on this button over here, and I can simply name I am quotes of I am and update to do. See, quotes of I am. That means successfully I am updating my data as well. I can add multiple. So yeah, this is CRUD operations, basic CRUD operations. Every developer must know about this thing. I hope you like this video. And okay, and one more thing, I'll share this whole code in GitHub. You can access and you can refer this if you have any doubts, like so that you can understand. Okay, so yeah, that's all for this video, and see you in next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye now. New place, new city, I'm fly, baby. I'm in India.